Alright, I was not going to post a Wednesday video, but you know what? Might as well, because something actually came in the mail. And usually when the last name is Craig, it's Caleb. But it says R. Craig, so I think I know who that is. First time sending to this person out of Palo Alto, California. We'll get to that in a second, but I've been doing a new segment kind of thing of showing the movies I watched during the week. And I've been going through my VCR tape collection and going through the ones that I've barely watched or I've never watched. And we'll start off with this one called Volunteers. I don't think I showed this one last time, Volunteers. It still got the plastic on it. It was opened when I got it. These were 50 cents a piece, mind you. At one time it was from Target, so it's got a Target sticker on there. John Candy, Tom Hanks, and Rita Wilson in it. Tim Thomerson was actually a nut job in this one. John Candy was it's an okay movie. Tom Hanks, I didn't. Basically, he was a jerk the whole movie pretty much, and got whatever he wanted. That's his thing, so he wasn't too funny. I mean, he was okay, and there was a times where he's pretty silly, but he was just a rich jerk. I mean, played a pretty good one. Then I got this one called it's devised and directed by Mike Lee, called Home Sweet Home. Leonard Maltin liked it. The cover is deceiving. I don't really understand the cover there. Everybody in this movie was bleeding because that's what they kept on saying. I'm bleeding, listen. The one thing I will say about this VCR tape is that either people were drunk or they were eating, or they were just whatever. Something was impeding their speech, and it was not only their English accent. Very English accent. You know, they were lax on pronunciation. So it was hard to understand what was going on half the movie. You know, dunno. And this one is pretty good. You need to adjust the tracking on your VCR for this one here, The Lighter Side of Baseball. Hosted by Jay Johnstone, I believe. I don't remember much about him, but I guess he was quite the funny guy, the practical jokester, and Tommy Lasorda had some good stories about Jay and some other people in it, so pretty decent 30-minute film here if you can get the tracking adjusted on your VCR. This was brand new factory sealed, and it was in the free box at the thrift store, so Goodwill does not do that sort of thing. This one has been sitting on the shelf for quite a while. Percy Alden's Baghdad Cafe, a German production. Very weird. CCH Pounder and Jack Palance were the big stars, I guess, in it. Jack Palance was just a weird old guy. Just creepy. I mean, you just thought he was creepy in The Legend of Curly's... I mean, you know, in all the... you know, the City Slickers movies. Man, he was just kind of odd one out there, but, you know, it's just a greasy spoon, and I guess, and Jack Palance is pretty greasy. This one is cool. Robin of Locksley. I've never seen this one before. Devon Sawa and Sarah Chalk. Not familiar with those actors, but you know what? They put on the front of it. They should have put Joshua Jackson. You remember from Dawson's Creek? He was in this one. This was actually a pretty good film, and you know, all their names were, you know, he went to Locksley School, and there was like somebody Nottingham, and this was a play on names for just about, basically, you know, the whole story of Robin Hood robs from the filthy rich and gives to the poor. So that was the whole premise of that thing. So it's kind of interesting flick. Came out of the 90s, I'm sure of it. It was a Hallmark movie. I don't know if that's on DVD, but if you can find it, that's a pretty good film there. Okay, and we just have a couple more films here, perhaps. I had some other ones, but they're not here at the moment, so we'll just go through the ones that I have. And we got, oops, don't drop the box of movies here. So the last one I have here is Bellman and True. This is a Canon video. I can't really, can't read the, it says Handmade Films there as well. Bellman and True. I think it's an English film. And one of them is a computer programmer as well. In fact, Robin of Locksley deals with a computer programmer. But this guy's a computer hacker or whatever, and is able to hack into a bank or something like that. And something to do with, you know, his son being he and his son are being kind of held for ransom or whatever, but once the job is done, he collects the dollars or whatever. And there's crazy scene in here with a jaguar being squished. They're trying to drive it in between two buildings, and it doesn't go quite well. But it's a kind of a long, drawn-out film, but it was pretty good. I'll have to watch it again because I fell asleep during the middle of it. But anyway, pretty interesting film here. Probably not on DVD. So interesting stuff there. Now let's get on to the piece of mail here. As I said, from R. Craig. I want to keep the envelope. It did get kind of wet though. I like to save the envelope where people handwrite their addresses on it if I can. Try not to destroy the envelope too bad. And sure enough, very nice, very nice. The corner got a little dinged, but this card wasn't mint. I actually might have found this at the Goodwill bins. Roger Craig, 3-time Super Bowl championship, 1,000 over 1,000. Is that his rushing yards? 85. I'm not exactly sure what that inscription is. You have to let me know. This is one of those $1 Million Moments cards. So you're one step closer to win $1 million. Pretty neat. So I just decided to send him that one card. I don't know how many signs, but I just don't like to take advantage of people's generosity for players of this caliber, and he got back to me lickety-split. And believe it or not, this is a 90s card. 1997, so that gives me another point for Adam's team. So really awesome there, and thank you for watching.